Greetings, Metal Rules. I am Eric from the band Aittala, and we are a three-piece eclectic doom band hailing from Raleigh, North Carolina in the United States. The band consists of me on guitar and vocals, and then longtime drummer Gary Zeus Smith on drums. He's been with the band since 2012, and the newest addition is Dane Taylor on bass. So the name Aittala is actually my last name, and it wasn't my intent to have a band named after me. But what happened was back in 1991, I was stationed with the United States Air Force in the Netherlands, was forming a band with an American singer and two Dutch guys. We were learning songs that I had already written just to get us up and going to play some shows. And it comes time for every band to look for a name. And as every band knows, it's really hard to find a band name. And we tossed around some names. And eventually the singer just said, hey, let's just call it Aittala because we're learning songs that you wrote and nobody else has the name Aittala. And so we just went with it. And in 1993, my military contract was ending and I left the Netherlands and I decided to retire the name, so to speak, and work on other projects and be in bands with other people. Around 2009, I just got tired of being in other people's bands and just decided it's just time to resurrect the Aittala name. It's been 16 years and I'm hoping for 16 more. Asking an artist why they create is like asking, why does a bear hibernate in the winter? Or why does your cat shit in a litter box and cover it up? It's just instinct. It's like this universal voice that's in your head that you can't silence. Or it's a scratch that you have to constantly itch to get relief. And if you don't do it, it's like an insanity that gnaws at you. So only artists will understand that because non-artists, you try to explain it and they just don't get it. So that's why we create. Our latest release is called Ill-Gotten Gains. It's a 5-song EP of new Aittala classics. While it evolves the Aittala sound in new ways, it also maintains that core uniqueness that fans come to expect. So do yourself a favor and check it out. The lyrics for the songs on Ill-Gotten Gains were inspired by observations of human behavior, relationships with people, things you see on the news, and things like that. So if we take Ill-Gotten Gains, the chorus is, the simple fact remains, just human waste that circles the drain. And you try to justify your ill-gotten gains. It's just about shitty people doing shitty things to scam people, to get their money, and to not have a care of what they did, which I don't understand how people like that sleep at night, but somehow they do. And another example is isolation. So the chorus is, you've burned your bridges, so you can't return. Now you're stranded, and it's no longer my concern. The desperation will lead to your isolation. That was basically more about a relationship situation and a person having to deal with their consequences of the decision they made. The cover art for Ill-Gotten Gains is a reimagined version of our mascot, Frank. Frank originally came into existence back in 2014, and he was inspired by the song Pigs, which also has a video that uses clips from the cartoon Animal Farm. So go back and check that out. And basically, the new version of Frank is the kind of guy that would acquire your ill-gotten gains if you got the cash, and there'll be no questions asked. As far as some new music that's out there that I recommend, there's a band out of Finland called Wolfheart, and their latest album is Draconian Darkness. It actually came out last year. But if you like melodic death metal, you'll dig that. And Finland has a special place in my heart because Aittala is a Finnish last name, so I have Finnish roots. And another band that I'm digging is Dogma. So their latest album called Band is from this year, and it doesn't help that they're easy on the eyes. As mentioned earlier, we are from the Raleigh, North Carolina area, and our scene is actually starting to grow again. As we know, with COVID, everything's shut down, and basically all the clubs that catered to metal closed up. But in the last few years, more clubs are starting to open, so the scene is definitely on the rise here. As far as future plans for the band, the new EP just dropped on November 21st. We're going to be shooting another video that will probably be out in January or February, and that'll feature the debut of the new bass player, Dane. And from there, we're going to start booking shows for 2026 and, of course, start working on new music to release sometime in the future. Since this is Metal Rules, the question is, why does metal rule? And personally, for me, metal is the best music that's out there, and probably everybody watching this will agree. And it's just something that flows out of me. When I write a song or I write lyrics, everything comes out in the form of metal. Meaning I couldn't write a country song, I couldn't write a pop song. It's just what organically flows from me. And if you're into metal, you know what I mean. You can't explain it to somebody and you can't show them, they just have to feel it. I'd like to thank Metal Rules for asking me to do an interview about Aittala. Hopefully you found it insightful and are now a fan of the band. Make sure you find us on your favorite social media platform and like, subscribe, or follow, or whatever is appropriate on that platform. And always support your favorite bands. They need your support to thrive and exist in today's world. And with the rise of AI, if you find a new band that you think sounds cool, just make sure they're a real artist, because there's a lot of people out there passing off this artificially created music as themselves. And it's actually disheartening for artists that create organically and not just did some prompting to create a song. So make sure your favorite bands are real artists. Thanks again for sticking around and watching the interview and supporting Metal Rules. And remember to stay heavy.